Well, we're in the kitchen this morning with Karen Doster, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, and every summer they put out a wonderful, really great a brochure recipe card, with some fabulous new recipes. We all get in that recipe rut. You know what I'm talking about,
Karen?
Karen?
It's always fun to have some new ones. And the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board every year puts out a special summertime recipe brochure, and this is called Eat Local, Eat Dairy, and where you have 6 beautiful, colorful recipes that all use a lot of local products. Of course, local Wisconsin dairy products are the best in the world, and we also have the produce that's going to be in a lot of the farmers markets, and even a lot of the meats like pork are Wisconsin product. Fruits like cherries and apples. So there's lots of different ways that we can eat local and support our local economy and local farmers, and it's very easy to do with all the farmers markets out there and all the agriculture we have in our state.
And they'll send this right out to you free.
Yep, absolutely
great
free.
Recipes in there, from dips to salads to Wisconsin cheese garden lasagna and this cherry pork chop that we're going to be making.
That's right. And this is Wisconsin Fontina cherry chop. It uses Wisconsin pork. It uses Wisconsin cherries. Of course, Door County is famous for cherries, so we're going to have a lot of that. And also Wisconsin Fontina cheese, which is one of our wonderful 600 cheeses that we produce here in the state.
So we're
very
going to put
nutty and buttery and put it all together.
Cheese on the pork chop. I mean, how good does that sound? That's my kind of pork chop.
All right,
first let's get these pork chops
we're going to
going.
get some pork chops started. You just want to grill them on your barbecue grill or your grill pan, whatever you want. Just a little salt and pepper with some oil would be perfect. Okay. And you want to get those nice grill marks on there and just cook them thoroughly like you would pork.
And these are nice boneless thin. They cook up quick. Yeah. And I have to tell you, when it comes to pork chops, they're okay. But if they've got sauce, they're even better. You
That's
know what I mean?
right. I love sauce, and this sauce is a perfect one for it.
And so I love a little sauce in my pork chop, and I like these boneless guys because they're a little tender, more tender, and they cook up really quickly. Okay, so we'll get those going.
And then we're going to get our sauce started.
Okay.
And we actually have about a tablespoon of butter in here that we've melted.
Okay.
And I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of chopped onions. Okay. This is a really sweet, sour, and kind of spicy type of sauce. It's really great.
That's good.
And I have 1 jalapeno pepper minced. Okay, so that's going to provide a lot of that heat in there. It pairs so well with the cherries. So we're going to saute that for a few minutes till it's translucent. It would probably just take a couple minutes, actually.
Okay.
Then we're going to add some other ingredients. What I have here are some fresh cherries, and you can find that in the market, in your produce section, lots of cherries. And what you're going to do is pit them first, okay?
Now that's the fun part.
Yeah, that's the fun part. But it is fun, and there's a variety of different cherry pitters you can find. I found this particular one, and it's real simple. You just take your cherry, and there's a little hole in the bottom, and the pit should come through. It doesn't always, but you can dig it out pretty easily, and kind of loosens it, and there it goes. Yeah, so you want about 1 pound of cherries that are pitted.
I know what you were doing last night.
Yeah, I was.
The folks in Door County say just use a bobby pin. I don't know how they do it, but
that would probably work
use some sort of a bobby pin to get that out. Now, if you couldn't find the fresh cherries, I've also seen some great frozen cherries, and usually they're pitted. So there you go.
That would help a little bit too. Absolutely. So you need about 1 pound, and that's about 3 cups. I measured that just so I can tell you that.
Smell really good.
So we have that, and then we're going to be adding to that. I think that looks just about right. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our cherries.
Okay.
And we're going to add 1 cup of orange juice. Now, you could even use 1 cup of red wine if you wanted to do that. So that would be good. Nice and rich as well. To add some of the tartness, we have a couple tablespoons of balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
All right. And then a couple tablespoons of brown sugar.
So that's the sauce. That's it.
That's it. And you're going to mix that together and let it cook until the cherries become soft. And then also a little bit evaporated too, but not too much. And when that is, then we're going to add a little bit of cornstarch and water. I have a tablespoon of cornstarch here and a couple tablespoons of water, and kind of mix that together.
A little slurry.
Yeah, very easy. And then once that's cooked down a little bit, you're going to add the slurry to that of the cornstarch, and cook it maybe for about 4 or 5 minutes till it thickens slightly.
All right.
And it just smells wonderful. It's something you can make before or ahead of time.
Yeah, I would definitely. Get this sauce out of the way, get it done with, and then grill up your chops. So take a look at these chops. I think they're almost ready to flip here.
Yeah.
They cook very, very quickly, but especially these nice thin ones. You've got some over
nice
here.
grill marks on there. Yeah, we have some done over there already, too. And what I have here is some Wisconsin Fontina cheese. We're going to be putting that on next.
How fun is that?
Melt on there. It's a real buttery, nutty. Pairs so well with all these flavors here.
So here's our sauce that's done. You can see that.
There.
Kind of looks like a really rich, dark cherry pie filling, and it's going to go great. I would think this would be wonderful on chicken breasts as well.
It probably would work just as well with that as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So now what?
Okay, so we're ready to put, these pork chops are finished over there, so we'll put some of this Wisconsin Fontina cheese on there.
A nice thick slice,
just like, just like you would like a cheeseburger, you know, it's the same kind of idea. Let's put that one on there, okay? And I sometimes like to put a cover on it, helps it to melt a little bit better. And
like
once those pork chops are finished, then we're going to just top it with our sauce. So it works really easily here.
Now, we were just talking about that wonderful brochure that you put out every year.
Right.
I know people at home want to get a hold of that and, you know, break it apart and put it in their recipe box. How do we get that?
Okay, real easy. You can call 800-747-9662. That's, again, 1-800-747-9662. Leave your name and address. They'll send it right out to you. We also have a special website, eatlocaldairy.com. It has a lot of these recipes on there and more. And lots of great information.
Wonderful. So call. They'll send that right out to you. Or you can just go to our website and you can get this cherry recipe, the chop recipe, which is fox11online.com. Click on the Living tab and recipes, and it'll be right there. Let's check on these chops. I love the idea of putting cheese on a pork chop. Okay, I'm liking these better. See, it's just starting to melt.
Yeah.
Let's give it 2 seconds more. Okay. Tell me about this recipe that we're going to be making next time.
The next one are fresh berry puffs, okay? Fresh berries. Okay, Wisconsin has lots of fresh berries in farmers markets, strawberries and blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, and you can find them in your local market too. Again, a great way to eat local. And we're going to be making it with a puff pastry. Amy, this one looks fancy, and it isn't fancy to make. It's so easy using the special frozen puff pastry that you just bake in the oven and top it with some wonderful Wisconsin whipped cream.
That's my
cream
kind
cheese.
of recipe. That sounds perfect.
Cream puffs are famous in Wisconsin, so it's a great way to do it.
You know, this whole meal would be a great, we didn't really plan it this way, but start with that salad, then move on to the main course with this cherry chop, and then this berry dessert, and you just got a very delicious dinner. All right, I think these are, look at that, starting to melt.
Oh, boy.
So we'll take that to the plate.
Go.
We do a couple of them on there?
Oh, sure, why not?
They're little.
It's my husband, he've eaten 2 of those.
Yeah,
I probably have one.
Mine too, mine too. And I want to see that sauce go down over the top of it. Let's do this one. That cheese is really starting to melt.
And the Wisconsin Fontina really has a buttery, nutty, very rich flavor, and you'll be surprised at how great the cherries with the sweet sour and the heat of the cherry sauce on top of that kind of marries it really well, and just has a great flavor combination.
Look at that.
Isn't that pretty?
Wow.
You can just kind of top it off maybe with a little green there to make it look real beautiful.
That is absolutely
gorgeous. And that's
gorgeous.
your Wisconsin cherry chop using all kinds of Wisconsin local products.
Thanks so much, Karen.
Thank you.
Can hardly wait to dig into that. Recipe again is on our website, or you can call the number again.
Is 800-747-9662.
And they'll send out that whole brochure to you.